week 2 as well. We are now 40 games deep here into the PUBG Europe League, and we will round out game number 40 with Erangel again. Get your popcorn, get your sodas, or beverages, because that's what they call it in America, sodas. That's not exactly relevant for here. As we go into the PUBG Europe League game number 40, let's head over to Sims and D-Man for all the action one final time.
Thank you very much, guys. And yes, here we go. The final game of the week. And the final game of week 2. 40 matches. Oh, my word. That's a horrible plane. That is a horrible plane. That's going to cause some interesting drops to start with. We're probably going to see 2 down onto Sosnovka. Maybe even more. And maybe Froz's wildest dream will come true. Actually, I think it was Martin that wanted to see Sosnovka. But this is a possibility.
There is. We haven't seen it yet, but if there's ever going to be a chance, it have to be now, because this is the final week of
it's the deepest plane.
I say final week. It's the final day of week number 2. We've still got a full week left after this of phase number 1, so we've got all the time in the world. I mean, it's ironic that we've had an island circle on Miramar before we've had what you would class an island circle on Erangel. It's surprising. I
mean, we're now 20... Well, we'll see where this one goes, but this is our 20th Erangel match. And if we don't see a Sosnovka circle, that's some pretty big stats, considering, just trying to think back to PGI qualifiers in Leicester. My word, we must have had about 10 of them back-to-back, I reckon. It was insane stuff, but we have not had it yet. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We will see.
Observers fixated. Maybe they know. Yeah, maybe they know something.
They're chanting. Well, there's 2 CIS teams there, so it's totally possible that we do get it. Who knows? Navi could certainly be happy for the points, that's for sure.
Dual CIS bridge camp. No.
Denied once again. It goes to the fields of Gatka. And the chopsticks pretty much central at Winstrike. Delighted they went for the long drop back home.
Well, they'll be able to get front and center. Liquid for them. Feet already on the ground, already out mid-air, so usual looting paths, do the same game and kind of get the pick of the map, really. Besides Winstrike, there'll be no one else to give them any grief. Primorsk might be a little bit tight to come out, dependent on where Digital Athletics actually want to set something up. Maybe they go to the hills just above Prim. Maybe they wait for Raise Your Edge. If there was ever a time to pick up a boatload of points, now would be it. There is an option. There's only one way those guys can go. It's the only thing about Prim. It's kind of landlocked over in its own little corner. You get those hills and murder them on their way out. Navi might have a bit of a difficult time, especially if they go for the re-rotate on the opposing western bridge. Also, it all depends on where Red Diamonds want to go. If they take the boat and go across early. The Jokers have not been camping any bridges at all, so you'd expect that would be an easy exit for them. In terms of teams all across that western side, NIP, Knights, FaZe, they have to rotate pretty much through one another. It might be the same for FaZe, G2, and TSM. There's only one way to that circle, and it's directly west.
Yeah, I wonder, right? Remember, cast your mind back.
Remember.
I've talked to them about this. TSM tried to set up that trap last time on around Potato Hill. See if they could catch any of the rotates, to catch the Knights out, catch FaZe out, because FaZe will be going up that way. We'll see when they try and do it again. I called them out, and they're like, no, we were just trading, trading meds, trading thing. I'm like, mate, you had a 4-man spread across the hill. He's like, maybe. They are trying to set up camps. It's great that teams are doing it. You know, they've been proactive enough to try and look for the fights, because as the Desk just pointed out, you know, the meta is all about the kills now. This sort of setup, the points, dictates the pace of it, forces a little bit more action, prevents so much snaking towards the end. There's a team that, well, they just broke the 300-point marker. The first team to do it. We'll see how high they can reach next week, but 303 points for ENCE already is a mighty feat for the team that qualified in 2nd place in Minsk.
Look, when I say this, I know they're top of the table at the moment, but it looks all smiles continuously across that roster.
It was from the beginning, right?
Even when the 16th place, and even when they had a bit of a rough game, there's so much positivity and so much good vibes coming out of that team. It's incredible to see, and I think it breeds not only into the rest of the arena, they're the ones that are having a bit of banter, throwing some, not some shade, but certainly getting loud and proud in the arena.
They're also in that position, and we saw it in Minsk, obviously, when you do have a lot of games. You know, once you're feeling comfortable at the top, the confidence is there, and you start to play more relaxed. But if that suits your style, which it definitely does for these guys, you start to see some really monster performances from some of the players. Think of Trifoli. It was just like, got nothing to lose on the top of that hill against G2 and went for it and made it work for him. And it's interesting to see. It kind of unleashes the players. Unleashing the Galaxy last week. Oh, hello, that's an L. Where's that? That's up in Rozhok way. So that could be CrowCrowd that might pick that one up on the way through. We'll see M19 also going to be taking a similar path. I can see Dream for You is the nearest to the crate because Vitality have already moved and they're already down towards Potato.
I think Squeak is such an asset to that roster. Like, not only is an individual fragger, I mean, the man is crazy good. Samu. Baits out the player. Responses there, thankfully. Actually pulls up on the back of them. Clearly has an idea of where he might be going. Nade goes up and over. Samty's damaged. Nade won't follow through. But Liquid are pushing in. They want to stamp the dominance on this compound area. Teamy's forced up into Hagrid's home. One quick nade through the little circular window, and that'll be GG for him and an early bath.
Does Hagrid live there? I'm not really sure.
It's usually Martin, to be honest. Oh, that's cheeky.
Oh, he got away with it. Got away with it. Managed to get Jempty down as he tried to push. Second one comes in. Now he's going to try and go for the push. And yeah, he had no choice really there. Ibi will finish him off. Question is, will he get Jempty back up? Yes, they will. His brother's on the case.
Should be easy. Nice free body box from him as well.
Vitality looking to try and catch G2 off there, but Brexco has already stopped, so I don't think they're going to.
Look at this
but yeah, look
eastern side.
Look at those rotations. So this may be... So TSM were looking maybe Potato, try and set up a camp. We can see the Knights are swinging south. FaZe are going south as well. So unusual rotation pass for these guys.
It's straight west, isn't it?
It might be a case if they looked at it. A lot of these guys, they do look at the VODs. They go straight back and look at them after the games are done. And seeing that and thinking, all right, we're avoiding that path in future.
Well, they've all bottlenecked into one specific area, and now they're kind of like spreading off amongst one another. You've got TSM just on the top, FaZe in the middle, G2, top, middle, bottom, Vitality. They then have to go past them as they'll be looking outside of the farmlands, the huge, big bunker buildings. The Knights are a little bit trailing behind. They kind of saw what was going on and just held back for a second, took the foot off the gas, and now they'll be inside the circle with no enemies directly in front of them. NIP, not the last ones to leave. The last ones to leave will actually be ENCE. Interesting split from CrowCrowd to Severny and to Rozhok. And they didn't get the crate either, so that arm is still lingering if someone stumbles across that. What is intriguing is that you have a member, or maybe even two, M19 have set up on the crossroads over the Georgia Port bridges, so the 4-stack.
There's a lot coming their way.
The Wanderer will come that way. The Wanderer might, in fact, a few of them from M19 will be on there, so that could be a really good choke point to maybe potentially pick up a few points. Yeah,
this could work out for them. And I think we'll go further to the west and over the second bridge. Judging by their path, they're passing CrowCrowd now, so they're kind of eyeballing each other as they drive on by. Navi got over the east bridge without any trouble, so they've pulled up on towards this coastline.
M19 have decided not to lock down that bridge. I would say teams wouldn't be stupid enough to run across it, but we did see NIP do it yesterday. Not just once, but twice back to back, which was probably one of the more questionable plays this weekend.
It's their only bad play, I think, this weekend where they did it, on Navi.
They kind of murdered themselves that game, unfortunately. Really dense area. To say that this circle's quite open, there's a lot of land, it's not really centre that's compacted. It's more on the east coast. What
a shame to see that AWM not being involved in this battle. Crate goes untouched and unloved.
Potato leap, the hill. We got Knights and TSM who are a couple of shots back and forth. Circle fixates, and it's all eyes on Pachinki.
Ooh, well, we finished week 1 in Pachinki with a FaZe Clan win, I believe.
We did.
And we'll see whether we finished week 2.
However, they have been in Pachinki before, and they got turned on not so long back. This time they won't be directly inside it. They'll be in the farmlands just across from it. G2's going to fly in here, and so is TSM. Everyone just bombing it, to be honest with you. TSM will take the back lines. Vitality will hold on the opposing fields on the hillside just above. They'll hold back the Red Diamonds. G2's got a good foothold here. TSM are on the southern side of Pachinki, on the opposing side of the road. NIP are creeping up very slowly. They'll take the poor man's Pachinki just to the north. Ibi finds Hello Sampai. That's the SLR. Bullet to the back of the head. GG. His vehicle's gone as well.
Team Liquid staying where they are as well. They're not actually moving for this one. Probably realising that
last time they went back to Pachinki, they got battered, if you remember.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. Winstrike sort of close to FaZe. Raise Your Edge now coming in out wide to Gatka. Just maybe taking a couple of shots onto Digital Athletics. Yep, they're going to be passing on by Iro. Anna, I don't know who else is with him, but Iro is getting shot at. He's about to pass by Fastrail. You can see Fastrail going for it. There's Mert. They've lost the tyre. They're getting caught. They're going to have to get them smokes down. Fastrail's backed away from it.
And watching this map late, TSM are absolutely shredding G2 in the fields. The two remnants have decided to turn up late game in vehicles, but they got caught off guard, distracted, and Vitality decided to take a few pop shots at them. Elo was screened down here, and it looks like DA decided to make an advancement onto the mini compounds that Raise Your Edge have been lingering around. Wanted says, nope, I'm on my own. You can have it, boys. It's fine. Take that. Enjoy. Cover fire's there for him to retreat back to his teammates. The Jokers are pressing on Liquid as well. We have to be aware of this, that there is a three-way fight that might potentially unfold shortly. Liquid, Jokers, and Red Diamonds all within viewing distance of one another.
Yeah, the Knights just a couple of shots onto Na'Vi as they creep on down the hillside. The barns are available to them outside Pachinki, so they'll probably go for those. We'll just wait and see where this next circle does shrink into. Most of the teams, because they'd centered up in the circle, not hard shifting, it's a relatively central position, do manage to catch out. ENCE, well, is that going to get confirmed? Would that be their 1 point? So now they're allowed to just get a win, right? I think that's the way they were working.
I think it was only a knock, so it was more of a warning shot. I'm not sure if they know that NIP's here. NIP have been watching the map, and they've been holding that cross compound for quite some time now, but it depends if they've actually been spotted. There's only 2 players there because they have split between that compound and the one further down, more towards school, where you had on your screen. The poor man's Pachinki to the left-hand side of where they are gives them that access to the level 3 building, so they'll have the line of sight over to ruins, and obviously this field, literally what I'm about to speak about now, with you, they're like mini mountains, so to speak. They go straight to a point, then you got off the back. They are exposed from behind, but currently there's no one lingering around the Atlantis, Watertown, whatever you want to call it, that area. No one's there kicking. So they've got freedom to move off the back of those. The really only danger at the moment is if NIP go for a large sweep, or if CrowCrowd actually pins them back. This, and I'm talking a lot here, but there's a bit of a danger for all these teams now on the north, which we've seen several times in comp. If M19 move to this ridgeline where their initial players are at the north, that's a huge dip, and they basically can just sit up and pin them back because it's open ground to get to it. It's really rough terrain.
Winstrike moving, getting together. They got a really strong compound. That one they've just moved into. They had a 2-2 split. Raise Your Edge is going to get that one opened up to them unless one of these teams in the north does get there. Squeaky is downed. We'll see whether he can get back on his feet or whether that second nade's going to catch. No, just catches the rid line. And there's Mikaz from behind coming in to try and save the day. There's the revive. Trifoli's going for it, so they need the cover fire. Rustamar on the patrol, going round for the flank, and they want to try and get the kills here.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge swing from him. He'll be able to dive on in through ruins, and he'll have car cover as well if he wants to approach from that angle. He hasn't gone too far. Just enough to give support. Trefeli's there as well to
It's so hard to fight in this area.
It's awful.
The amount of ridge lines and everything.
Don't bother taking a catch.
You can come over the ridge, and suddenly it's like, boom, there's a team of 4 right in front of you. You've no clue that we're there.
The thing is, both of these rosters are pinned in. NIP have now moved up to there. Again, this is why the 2-2 split's good, because they can move from one set of compounds to the second one that's inside the circle. They're happy. They're laughing. They can see the backside of ENCE. M19 can just hold both teams, both ENCE and CrowCrowd. Honestly, with the circle, I think both of these teams, unless they get the hard shift, are dead.
They're about to get joined by another team. Na'Vi on the rotate.
Where are they going?
They're going past school right now to the north. And they are going to come around somewhere behind ENCE at this rate, the way if they continue on their path. Meanwhile, the Knights, they're also on the move, trying to get themselves a better position. They're continuing round. They're coming right on the back of, I think, maybe CrowCrowd have put the secret CIS call out.
You see, there's not really, I mean, they've clearly heard something there because they've all turned around. Oh, return fire comes through.
G2 just got the shot. That's from Pachinki.
That's a decent bit of range.
That's from Pachinki.
That's a proper decent bit of range. Now, Na'Vi is in a bit of a struggle. If someone kicks off early, feel free just to interject and take it over, but I want to keep an eye on Na'Vi myself because...
Set's getting shot in the back from M19. You were talking about them. Here comes Dream for you, flushing out Rustamar. Squeaky tries to get the shot, but he's got one to his right as well. Has to be on that one. Dream for you just goes down low. Mikaz tries to cook it out, managed to goes down. Kemba and Voxic, so that's the Knights and Jokers. They're clashing now down in the south. The Squeaky comes out with a big finish. And, well, the kill leader, who was being challenged by the cheek of Reels, will just take his crown for the end of the week, it seems, unless Reels can go off here.
So Na'Vi rotated, but the white caught up with them and moved ahead of the game. Pachinki's now pretty much all but been pushed out. FaZe are sitting center alongside Winstrike. Winstrike don't have much ground to play with, but FaZe most certainly do. They have 2 to 3 little compounds that they can work across. Both of them are level 2s and have eye lines on a multitude of different angles, especially off the people coming out of Pachinki. You'll have G2 will be able to play the church area. Meanwhile, this fight's about to unfold.
TSM and Vitality, yeah, they've gone for the crate actually at TSM, but I think they're completely unawares that Vitality were on the ridge line. G2, they're going to have to, they're playing edge at the moment. The church is still on the edge of the circle, so you can see FaZe Clan in the distance there as well. You
know what's going to happen here. Na'Vi are going to pull up. We might have a three-way. TSM are currently at a crate right on the edge of the white alongside Vitality, who are eyeballing them up, but Na'Vi are directly behind them.
And Knights are coming in as well.
Yep.
Oh my God, the hill of Pachinki.
I think we're going to have a four-way.
Yeah, this could get messy on there. Red Diamonds and Team Liquid are trading blows. The Jokers have kind of leapfrogged ahead of Team Liquid. But yeah, the hillside of Pachinki is where we should try and get a vision, and that's what we're going to do. Kramer runs him over and then gets finished off by a trade, and the Knights just abusing Sadovnik there as they go play on through. Reels has pulled up. He wants to get involved. You can see the kill feed. It is going wild. Red Diamonds are getting the third party on Vitality, and Vitality are just getting smashed left, right, and center. They didn't know what's just hit them.
Yeah, unfortunate for Reels, he got tagged up pretty hard in the vehicle and was forced to get out or die. He got his health back. He did what he could. Vitality, though, they don't realize that Recrent's lingering on the other side of this hill. He spots them. Nasus initially gets tagged up. Shadow should be able to fly over that and give the support that he needs.
He's the last man for Na'Vi now, as Pokemon, they just got flushed out by Vitality as well. Reels is also down, so Vitality came out in good stead for that fight as they back away. But the problem is they're out of position. ENCE will fall. 15th place for them. They were engaged in a big fight in the north there, and that has not gone their way. And now NIP and M19 also beginning to clash on the northern side. On the south side, we're still seeing this Vitality battle going through. Red Diamonds also moved on. They're fighting Team Liquid off in the distance as everybody looks for position. DA and Raise Your Edge also clashing on the edges of the chopsticks.
M19 held their ground and finished up all the players that were left over, moving their way out of the terrain that I kind of spoke about earlier on. Now they have to fight NIP for that heavy ground. Wanted comes in with a blow to a beautiful death. He takes a bullet to the brain from the Kar-98. Red Diamonds, though, they're pushing rather aggressively here onto Team Liquid.
Yeah.
They can do one or two things. They can either get involved in this, clean them out, make sure their back is completely clear so they can advance, or they can just hold them at gunpoint, keep them pinned in that, but in doing so, you're going to lose ammunition, you're going to lose smokes, you use quite a lot of utility to keep that fight contained.
TSM also engaged in Vitality, so what's this, a three-way or four fights right now? So you got M19 and NIP in the top, so we're trying to cover what we can. It's just chaos right now. Team Liquid and Red Diamonds kind of disengaged. TSM kind of backing away a little bit. They got Recrent behind them as well from Na'Vi, and the Knights also taking some pot shots. That's the tracer fire you can see going over the top right now.
Ooh, that
nade is perfect. Gustav's just going to eat that one straight in the teeth from Jazzat, giving him a bit of a sandwich. Jazza will catch him down, and well, TSM are going to fall here.
Yeah,
that's not looking good.
All that came off the back of pretty much the Knights relocate.
Oh, but the Diamonds! Look at the red Diamonds coming behind Vitality. Jazza, the last man standing. Red Diamonds coming over the brow of the hill, and Vitality just smashed in the back while they're engaged with TSM. Third parties continuing. Team Liquid could benefit from this one because that means they've been disengaged upon, as it's going to allow them a chance to move. Teams that are benefiting from this circle, the circle has updated, is once again Winstrike sitting in a fantastic compound. The Joker's in the ditch, and FaZe Clan who have yet to move. Wookie going for it, looking for Jazza. Jazza spraying down. Michael will get him. And now TSM, they might be able to get team players back on their feet, but the blue is right on them.
Drayden takes one out of the vehicle and says, you know what, I'll take that as well. I need an Uber to get the hell out of here because I'm getting shot in the back. Natus Vincere down in 12th position. TSM might be able to get themselves back in this one. Raise your edge. They want to finish off the remnants of Digital Athletics, clear this out to keep the compound and keep moving forward. Directly center of this circle, we got Winstrike, we got the Jokers. Not quite FaZe Clan. They pick Drayden up, finish him off. That's a nice cheeky steal for them. Out goes his body, tries to run away. That's a clean sweep there for Raise Your Edge.
G2
the Red Diamonds,
through.
though, still trying to go at it against TSM in the distance.
Yeah, they're trying to... Oh, well, TSM is just going to go over the hill. I don't know. They managed to get everyone back on their feet. It allowed Team Liquid to get 4 back up, by the way, as well. So they're going to get out alive. G2 are just continuing to flush around and finish M19 off. FaZe are stealing what they can. They have not had to move yet.
Oh, no.
They've cleaned out TSM, and they just cleaned out the Knights. They got them both in one there. Look at that. It's just a clean straight shot. Easy.
And this all comes back pretty much with them having the lines of sight and having that height advantage. They can see so many angles from those compounds. They can watch the north, the west, the south, and just like that, they're starting to pick up kills. M19 now have to fall to the whip of G2. Oh, here come the bullets. It's simple for Brexico.
I mean, it's G2 that got the kills, but it's not just them that were shooting. Raise Your Edge, Winstrike, and FaZe were all taking shots on this hillside. So now G2 are going to get caught in a crossfire. Bullets. There's the tracer fire. It's Star Wars on the hill.
They have to make a big push here. 3 teams have an eye line on them.
Smoke.
Blues on the back. What can you really do? Look at this. Everyone is laying into them. It's like 3 points up there, boys. Take what you can.
Free kills. FaZe Clan's the nearest to them. Remember, G2 and FaZe, they both pulled up in Pachinki. FaZe chose to just stick on the outskirts and go for this compound. Winstrike had a 2-2 where Raise Your Edge were. They had 2 in this compound as well, so they chose that. Is a very strong compound. They both hold, actually, Raise Your Edge and Winstrike. While this is all playing out, the Jokers are still sat quite happily in a ditch, untouched. Red Diamonds on the hillside as well. The circle, oh, it's a big shift. G2 eating nades from FaZe, trying to return fire.
The grenades go off. Gives them a bit of respite for now, but Uber's getting up close and personal.
Raise Your Edge are stealing them, though. Look at that.
The thing is, though, now they've knocked them, Uber might just be able to clean them.
Raise Your Edge keep cleaning them up. There's another one, Brexico. Raise Your Edge are nicking all these kills at the moment. FastRail's going for it in a car. What are you thinking? He's going straight in, trying to dash around. The circle did shift their direction. We'll see if it works out for him. Another stolen away for Raise Your Edge there. And FaZe Clan are going to be so angry with what just happened. Raise Your Edge is nicking all those kills. Raise Your Edge have to go for it, though. Where FastRail got to, the rest of his team are going to try and join him because they're outside the circle. Down the south, this is where it could play out next. Team Liquid have to take on Red Diamonds on the hill. They just got to knock.
There's no way that they can get into the center, or even get into the circle, should I say, without taking this fight. How do they approach it? James is there. He's got the initial information. Someone's hiding around the rock. He goes for the lunge, but I tell you what, the grenade. Bestalok had it dead to rights, looking down the barrel, picks up initial 1, and that's the first stop.
It's interesting, it's playing into, like, nades are too strong, so now people are just running openly with a nade, trying to just toss it at people.
And he sat there with an AR, waiting for him to do that.
There, yeah, and then we'll just smash you down with an AR. Aduzi's got a beautiful flank here. He's going to come down, finish James off, and he may even get around the side and get Samty as well. Samty's going to get himself the heal off. If he did manage to finish pin off, so it's mutually assured, but look what's coming behind them. The Jokers are sweeping around to get involved in this. The Team Liquid are going to get sandwiched from behind. Kemba catches one. Gemty gets taken down. Now they're in all sorts of trouble as Aduzi continues to flank around. The Finns trying to come up the hill, but it's not working out. Samty gets the spray down. The headshot comes in, and now the Jokers will get involved. They're just watching it play out.
There was a potential that the Jokers actually might have saved Team Liquid, but they opted to go for the fight instead. They could have gone further and got behind Red Diamonds. The Red Diamonds committed to the cause. They pushed back. Liquid were allowed to push up. Ibiza, last man standing. He's creeping. If he gets this kill, it would be huge. It allowed to go into a one-on-one versus Bestalok, but he might just deny this to the blue. First aid kit will come come through, then he'll be allowed to push up further. It's a slow-moving circle. He will be able to outrun this, but the pace of the game is fast, and I don't think he's going to be that fast enough.
Snark's just sent it in the middle, by the way. He's managed to get away from that one. Ibby will go down. Best Luck catches him, and now the CIS regions will face each other as the Jokers and Red Diamonds try to clash. Jokers want to get position. Snark just charged into the middle once again. They've been sending it on these bikes a couple of times. It's kind of worked out for him. He's got this angle onto Winstrike. Here's the kills you can see at the moment. 5 for FaZe, 2 for Jokers. Raise your edge with 7. They've been collected. They stole 3 from FaZe Clan, remember. That could have been very different scoreline for them. And the Red Diamonds, they've got 5. How they've managed to keep so many alive, but look at them pushing on the hillside.
This is the thing, because of the topography of this location where they are, they can take this individual battle and leave everyone up north to do their own thing. No one else can see them. No one else can get any kind of line of sight onto Meduzi. Off angle, holds it down. There's 1, there's 2. He's committed to the cause. We'll get the flush. The refrag's there. What can the Tab do? He finds 1. The second one's up the hill, and it's going to be in a one-on-one.
Best Luck's trying to run away from this one. FaZe Clan might get involved because they're going to have an angle on him. They're moving into the circle. You can see it has adapted and moved, and FaZe Clan have moved for that central position. This is where FaZe Clan come alive. Let's see if it works out for them, because the FaZe of old would have dominated this circle. Now they're running straight towards Best of Luck. We want to look towards him. D-Mash is caught out as well. Best of Luck will go down, so that's the Diamonds out in 5th place as FaZe look to try and take control of the circle.
This is super clever. They've sent 3. They've sent the sniffer dogs out, find out what's going on. They've left Mexi back, who is eyelining up all of Raise Your Edge. That came from across the map. That was an insta-flush and a knock. Fuzzface picks up 1. Mexi still getting this information, still feeding it back to the 3 Terror squad on top of the hill.
Oh, that's going to be Winstrike. They're trying to creep outside their house. It's a horrible compound. Once it pulls you away from you and you don't have the hillside control, you're in all sorts of trouble. Snark also getting picked off. He was the central circle, so it looks like Raise Your Edge are going to fall here. FaZe Clan have them dead to rights. Wanted will go down. That just leaves Cup of Magic, I believe. Fast Rail alive in the distance. Now Kemba trying to confirm it. They're trying to steal these kills away. Fast Rail doing what he can. He's even in the blue. He doesn't care. He's just trying to get a kill before he dies. But he will go down. Raise Your Edge eliminated in 4th place. And now FaZe look to try and take more control. But the Jokers are nicking the kills. They haven't got a win yet. This could be their time with 3 alive.
Tixu. Not much he can do, to be honest with you, but he could spoil someone's day. Just 1 knock onto either side. One of these teams could ruin it for everybody. Nades are going in. Once they clear it out, they then have to face the powerhouse that is FaZe Clan.
Look at the movement from FaZe Clan. ENCE and Fuzzface have
They're
gone
super aware.
right on the south. Mexi and Uber, they've grouped, so they're going 2-2 either side. Tab gets Tixu down.
Right, game on.
And we've seen this a few times. FaZe versus the Jokers. And it's FaZe Clan that came out on top last time. But this time, oh, Mexi has himself an angle. That's the information they needed. So ENCE and Fuzzface are going to come up on a 2v2. We want to look down their direction if possible. Here we go. This is it. Kemba and D-Mash going for it over the hill.
They're forcing them to split, which is good. The Tab's watching the north end, but it comes down to ENCE and Fuzzface to be able to hold that back lines. Kemba's shooting making so much noise. They now know exactly where he is.
D-Mash gets on Fuzzface. ENCE is there. D-Mash is going to get the flush. Comes out. ENCE gets him back down. It's a quick reply. But now it's Kemba and ENCE. Uber moves in to try and help out. Tab still up in the circle. It's a number advantage in FaZe. And that's going to be ENCE flushing 1 down. 10
Mexi's
kills
come
for FaZe.
his way to leave Uber up top just to be able to hold back the Tab. And they are spreading across this map, and they do know that there's only 1 real position that they can go to next. Because of how that blue is up against the white, they're going to be flooded back pretty much perpendicular to the west side of the circle. And I like how they're holding this. They're leaving the north completely clear. Uber, it's small enough to kind of at least keep a tabs on it. But with 2 down south, if they can just single-handedly single one out, it's a 4-3-man rush.
It's amazing to think the Jokers have yet to pick up a win because they've been in 2nd position in this sort of same standoff so many times. They are the #1 CIS team in the league right now. They are the highest ranked team, but they've still yet to find that chicken dinner. Them and M19 are the only teams yet to get a win. But FaZe Clan with 10 kills, this could be a massive confidence boost and really set the league up, in all honesty, going into that final week. If we were to see FaZe pick up the victory here with 20+ points, they're still 2 alive, so we could see a huge victory. Or will the Jokers, for the first time, get themselves a win? Kemba and Tab, don't write them off. They're phenomenal players.
And what a way to get a win. outnumbered, outmanned, and outgunned.
Look at Mexi. He's going up on that rock.
FaZe Clan as well on a FaZe Sunday. Like you say, Lee, they are two individual fraggers, and they can aim. They can bloody shoot when they want to.
8 kills for the team, and 7 of them with these 2 guys.
The initial nades will come through. See if they can fish something out of the water.
There's nothing for Jokers. They've got no utility at all. No smokes, no frags.
If they had a sniper, you could try and go for a pick, but I just think with how small this circle is, it's just too much. They have the height advantage, right? They have the high ground.
Mexi saw, I think it was Kemba down there. Just caught a glimpse on him. 80 gets a tab on it towards him. There we go. Kemba spotted by Mexi. Standing on that rock, such a bold play, but now they're forced to fight. They're forced to move. Tree cover is what they require. Kemba gets a good spray down, but he doesn't manage to make them connect. Tab gets caught out. Uber gets him, and now it's down to Kemba. They know where he is. They're going to try and swamp his position, and FaZe Clan pick up the win at the end of the week. I'm pretty sure it was the same last week as well. It's a 22-point round as well with 12 kills.